Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and all others. This is Stephen, or Bujo if you prefer, and we are back with another recording. Yes, we're no longer streaming of Lord of the Rings Online. We're doing our second part of level 10 quests, or mostly level 10 quests, which I notice Old Odo's Leaf Farm is actually a level 12 quest. So let's go ahead and take it off, and let's see. Let's turn on some lights while I'm thinking about it. We're at night, so we could use them, which also reminds me, let's break out our cosmetic brown rabbit that's following us that we just recently got, as well as, well, you know what, we don't need that. Okay, so if we look at our quests, we notice that the only level 10 I haven't equipped is the one from Shire to Breetown. I'm going to do that once we get to Bree. So we'll just leave that on the quest list. So anyway, without any further ado, we have a package for stock, or bundle for stock. So let's go ahead and pick it up, and we'll work our way over to stock, where we'll undoubtedly pick up a few quests as well. Do have a few wolves and harvest flies hanging around, so just kind of dodge through them. If you follow me during chicken play, you know how to do that. So there is a pond kind of to our right that I kind of avoided as well. If you avoid the red dots, you also avoid the pond, so that may be a way of getting that bundle wet. But we're not taking the most direct path towards stock. And in fact, it was, at least until recently, it was telling us that our closest quest was to talk to Cam Puttyfoot. Anyway, we were... man, really? Okay. You know what? I never do hit that road there, and because I was talking, I wasn't thinking. So we ended up getting spotted by a nosy hobbit and failing the quest. And there's that pond to my left, kind of going through it. Okay, so yeah, we lost a minute or two. What can you do? Yeah, I must be one of the worst Let's Players there ever was.
Please, stay a moment.
Okay, so attempt number 2. I don't ever usually fail these things. Appears we've got a couple of people probably in a party killing harvest flies. Probably up there to our right. They're probably deeding those things, because it is a deed to kill a whole bunch of them. So this time I'm going to avoid the road, because unlike chicken play quests, roads aren't the safest place. Sure, when we cross the road there's nobody there, and there isn't. Get off the road! You don't have to tell me twice. Okay, so he's going to tell us that we were fast, but in fact we were slow, because it took us 2 attempts, but you know what? I'm not going to tell you that.
Might I have a word with you?
I've always done my duty as a postman to the best of my ability, but hobbits send so many letters. Sometimes it's quite overwhelming. If you'd like to ease some of my workload a little, You'll find a satchel full of mail there on the table that must be delivered to Postman Bolger in Budgeford as quickly as possible. Would you mind taking it to him? Postman Bolger can be found on the east side of Budgeford, just north of the pig pens. If you get seen by nosy hobbits, you won't be able to deliver mail as quickly as it must be done for the reputation of the quick post service to be upheld. So don't stop to chat. And keep the satchel from getting wet. Budgeford is a muddy place, and we don't want to soil the mail with it. Okay, so that will be a quest we will add, but let's go ahead and check over here in stock. I'm sure that there's a couple of things to do. I don't want to check what time of night it is. 4 dawn. Oh. Just because of the time of day, we might want to go ahead and do that delivery quest pretty quick so we can get over to Budgeford and do another quest, which we will only be able to do at nighttime. So,
could I take a moment of your time?
What can I help you with today, Bounder? A piece of pie, perhaps? It's a fine-looking pie, isn't it? I have to say, it doesn't smell. It does smell a bit off, though. Bad berries, is it? I told you it smelled a bit off. Well, I suppose you should take it back to Holly in Hobbiton. Her home is north of the main square of Hobbiton. Oh, and tell her I don't have any hard feelings about it. Mistakes happen. Oh, that's nice. Very nice of you, Primrose Proudfoot.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Okay. The Bounders haven't been able to keep the peace as well as they used to. No offense intended, but we've organized our own little group. We call it, well, the Vigilance Committee. A few of us have been looking into strange doings, like that Black Rider that's been seen about and other outsiders come to the Shire lately. The thing is, one of our members has gone missing. Violet Underhill was going to look into some reports of strangers in the south of the Marish, but she hasn't come back yet, and I'm getting worried. I wonder if you could go down there and look for her. It may be that Farmer Maggot has seen her. He knows what's what around there. His farm, Bamfurlong, is south down the river road in the Marish, so we need to talk to the Farmer Maggot, and we shall. Let's go ahead and pick up this quest too. I'm trying to hurry. Golden Perch.
Stay and have
Of course,
some
it
tea.
would be long. Welcome to the Golden Perch. Have a draft of Old Withywindle. It has won the 4 farthings brewing moot 3 years running, but I'm afraid I may not win this year as I don't have much of the old stock left. Somehow or another, my yeast mash has gone bad, and some fool let mold get to my dried store. It happens, but my yeast is special. It's what makes the Old Withywindle so good. So I had to get more. I figured let's try the best that Breland has to offer. So I got Barlam and Butterbird to send me a packet from the Prancing Pony. The thing is, it seems that the packet never arrived, nor the wagoner neither. What I think happened is those blasted brigands camped out west of the Marish and have gotten off the wagon. The camp is in the hills south of Woodhall, about midway between Tuckborough and Old Maggot's farm. They say you were the one who can deal with problems like those brigands. What say you head out that way and see if you can find my yeast among their ill-gotten goods? And so we shall. Eventually, and let's see, I'm thinking some of the, level 9 quests, so there's still nothing greater than level 10 there. So let's jump on our horse and we'll go ahead and, even though we do have some questions to do around here, we'll come back. I just want to go ahead and do this delivery so that hopefully we can catch that Black Rider that we were talking about in the fields. So we're going to go ahead and pick up our package. And again, get off the road! You don't have to tell me twice. Now, there may be a few red dots to dodge coming up, but should also be able to see the road going to Marish. And in fact, if you wanted to hit the road now, you probably could. I'm pretty sure that you're past the where any nosy hobbits would be, and I don't think that there's any to dodge in Well, at least on the road, on this side of the road. But in fact, I did draw an aggro on this guy. Bad chicken player, bad chicken player. Supposed to be skilled at dodging red dots. What's up with that? Okay, so we aren't too far from the turnoff, I don't believe. In fact, we can probably see it up there. Yep. Even though we're kind of going through the puddles, you shouldn't be able to. This shouldn't get you to swimming, which will fail it. But I still like to take a little hop just for the hell of it, to make sure. And let's see, there's a whole bunch of quests to pick up here. But I'm kind of heading towards, well, I guess away from any nosy hobbits that may be in Budgeford, and towards the postmaster. I believe just to my left, up ahead, that is his. And that would probably be a hungry hobbit, as close as they were to the postman. Yep. Okay, so
Might I speak with you a moment?
before we pick up the quest, let's see. We need to pick up the quest to actually find the Black Rider. I do believe that's a level 10 quest. I think most of these quests here are level 10, if not all.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Search for the Black Rider at night. I have to tell you, I have a real problem. The hands say they've seen one of those black-cloaked big folk that have been riding to and fro, lurking around my pigsties at night. I've been thinking about selling this farm to Lotho Sackville Baggins, and this Black Rider business makes me want to sell out all the more. I'm just happy Lotho still wants to buy, considering all the queer outsiders coming through the Shire. But I'm still not sure what's going on. It may be one of the hands are just scared out of the shadows, but if you want to find out for me, I want you to find out for me. Please go to the sty south of here by the stream at night and see what there is to see, if anything. And so we shall. Okay, and over in this field we see a quest ring ahead of us, and that would be a Black Rider. And he's saying, first Budgeford, then the whole East Farthing. Tomorrow, the Shire. So we talk to him.
Huh, how rude!
How rude. Cower before me. You will face my wrath. Boo. Or, I have to go. So long. Alright, oops. Gotta go. Well, that was strange. You didn't look too big to me, you know. Just saying. You look kind of like hobbit-sized. Weird. Okay, anyway, let's head on back to Advikar. Hi, Postman Bulger. I'll be back for your quest.
Just a moment.
What? A hobbit in a black cloak? My full work hands can't tell a man from a hobbit? Apparently not. Something queer is going on, and I want to know what.
Might I have a word with you?
Okay, Cam Puttyfoot just told me that one of his hands spotted that so-called Black Rider heading off to the east. On foot, mind you. No horse in sight, not even a pony. Cam says he was seen running through some fields of his, being chased by some wolves. It's bad enough we have to deal with unwanted nuisances like these Black Riders, but now we'll have to worry about wolves too? If this fellow gets himself eaten by wolves, I'll never know what's going on here, so you'd best do something about it. Head off to Cam Puttyfoot's fields east of Budgeford and look for any signs of that Black Rider. Okay? And we will. Okay, so we have other quests to pick up here. That was a level 10 quest. Let's see what we got. Cam Puttyfoot.
Oh, good day.
We were just talking about you. Saltpeter, I got mounds of it, but I tell you what, I got other problems too. Long as you're here, I'm going to ask you to take care of them for me before I send that saltpeter over to Hyacinth's place. Okay?
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
See here, we got a lot of wolves off in the east and northeast of Budgeford, and lately some of them gotten onto my fields. Put some mighty fear into my pigs, let me tell you. So I want you to get rid of them for me. Those beastly things are all over my fields, and I'm losing more pigs every day. I'll make sure that saltpeter gets over to Hyacinth. Don't you worry. Okay. Alright, so another quest string over here. That's Postman Bulger, who has another package for us. I believe it's for Scary.
Might I have a word with you?
Weird name for a town. I've heard that the postmaster is trying to put the quick post service in a better light. Times aren't as quiet as they used to be, which makes mail delivery more difficult and even dangerous on occasion. I've been pulling off my latest delivery to the town of Scary for a while now because of that spider business, or putting off rather, that's going on up there. I don't expect that sort of thing worries you at all, though. The mail satchel on the table there is for Postman Digswell, if you wouldn't mind carrying it for me. You'll find him in Scary, north of the town center. Avoid nosy hobbits. They might complain about the lateness of my delivery, but I want you to deliver it as quickly as possible. No excuses. Don't let the mail satchel get wet either. Okay. Alright, so down on here we have Linda Bulger.
Mercy me! Will you hear me out?
I will. Things are not good in Budgeford, Boudreaux. A pack of wolves has made its way into the Shire, and there's talk that there might be more on the way. I'm worried that my farm will soon be attacked, but more than that, all Shire folk are threatened by the presence of these wolves. And I saw, well, it's probably not important. Never mind. Anyway, I came in town looking for help, but you should go talk with my husband Milo back at our farm. Just head up the hill and cut east across the fields until you see our farm. Milo will probably be out behind the house keeping an eye on nearby ruins where the wolves have holed up. And so we shall. Let's kind of take a look here. Let's see. The Bundle of Scary is actually a level 11 quest, which kind of sort of makes sense. So we'll take it off, and we'll maybe figure out. Well, we'll have a fourth one jump on pretty soon. I'm pretty sure, because I don't think we're through picking up quests. We've got 2 more to pick up, I believe. So here's Bingo Bulger. I'm kind of dealing with a friend of yours. Well, it's just, I guess he's not related because it's
Could I take a moment of your time?
same first name. It used to be that harvest flies were just a nuisance. They chew on your crops and cause some damage, but you learn to live with them. Recently, though, the harvest flies have gone so far as to attack hobbits in the Marish. I don't know what has them so stirred up, but whatever it is, I wish it hadn't. If you can deal with the harvest fly problem, I'd really appreciate it, Bounder. I hear there's a whole nest of them in the Yale Height, a hill a fair piece to the southeast of Budgeford. South and east of Budgeford. It's not far northeast of Woodhall. If there are 3 pillars on top of the Yale Height, so it shouldn't be hard to find. Okay. And I believe this is our last quick quest pickup here. Willamar.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
I kind of like this quest chain a little bit. It's a weird one, but I kind of like it. Anyway, I'm in desperate need of your help. Look what I found stuck to my door this morning. Look at this. It's such a strange arrow. The head is certainly of hobbit make, although very, very old. The arrow shaft, though, bears a resemblance to those made by big folk. Why would someone do this? What does this mean? It looks like the arrow came somewhere from directly north of here, near the hedge gate leading to the green fields. I'm too frightened to go over there. Who knows what's lurking there? But could you go there for me and see what you can find? Okay, I'll do it for you. And in fact, that right now is the nearest quest, so we will take it in. Let's see, I think we got... yeah, we'll go ahead and do these level 10s. Yeah, they're all level 10s here. Well, take a closer look at them. Taste for pork. Talk to Milo. Look for signs of the Black Rider. Harvest flies. Veiled menace. Rules in the field. Okay, looks good. Looks good. They're all local quests. So we kind of head north a little. Hold on, we spotted a journal on the ground. Let's take a closer look. We collected it. So let's see. Okay, apparently it's not in our inventory, so we can't read it to say what the journal says, but I'm sure. I jumped on horse to get here. Why am I not jumping on horse to get back? I'm sure our friend Willamar will look through it.
Hello there.
So you found this journal near the hedge gate, did you? Well, hopefully it contains some clues as to who loosed that arrow into my door. Perhaps it'll tell if he means me any harm.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Oh dear, this isn't good. Not good at all. Many of the leaves of this journal are missing, as if it was shaken or torn by a beast. Look here, see the teeth marks? Goodness, those teeth marks might be from a wolf. I wonder if some of the beasts took the pages, perhaps to line their dens? Yes, I know it sounds strange, but I've heard a tale or two of them doing such things. If you could, slay a few of the wolves east of here and see if any have the journal leaves. It seems to be missing about 3 leaves all told. Once I have all the pages, I should be able to see what the author of the journal was up to. And so we shall. And that was level 10 as well, yes? Okay, so anyway, quest pointer is on 2 quests, which is defeat harvest flies and collect journal leaves, and it seems to be pointing us this way. Okay, and let's see. Defeat wolves in Puttyfoot's fields. I don't think we're in Puttyfoot's fields yet, so there's a shrew, a wolf, a shrew. Is this one of his fields? Well, it doesn't tell us we're in one of his fields. Shrew, wolf. Yeah, there we go. Puttyfoot's field. So let's do that. Three on one. Probably seems fair. You should bring more. Okay, so 3 of 6, and we have all the journal leaves. Okay, anyway, I think if we go a bit further, we might be able to find us a black cloak. I think it's in the second field here. So again, avoiding red dots. Well, you know, we still need to kill more wolves, but I want to go ahead and find this cloak. So we have, and we can return to Advikar with that, and we need 3 more wolves, and guess what? There's 3 here. How convenient. Okay, so anyway, our nearest quest right now is to talk to Milo. Okay, so let's head to the quest pointer. We were a little bit hurt. Now we aren't. Okay, so here's Linda's husband, Milo.
Oh, gracious me.
Any help is welcome, Boudreaux, and I think we're going to need it. We hobbits of Budgeford aren't well suited to dealing with wolves, and the thoughts of wolves again in the Shire is enough to freeze my blood as solid as the brandywine during the fell winter. If you can thin the pack a bit, we might have a better chance of keeping them away from the town. You'll find them in those ruins east of our farm. I hope you can manage it, friend. There are a lot of pigs and hobbits in Budgeford, and I'm afraid these wolves would love to have either or both for dinner. Okay, so let's see, harvest flies are our closest one, but we still have wolves to defeat. It says that there are harvest flies over here. I don't really see any. Okay, well, here's a wolf. It doesn't really matter the location of these wolves, I don't think. Just as long as they're wolves that are fairly local to Budgeford. So that one definitely counted. Another wolf. Yeah, the harvest flies are kind of well scattered around here, so we have trouble finding them. Kind of stick towards the bank a little bit. See if we can find any. I'm willing to bet that that's one there, and it is. And there's another one, not too far away. And we've got a deed to slay harvest flies. So we have to kill 20 of them, and then we'll get the advanced deed. But this one will give us 5 LOTRO points, give us a title of crop savior, and let's see how much rep. 500 rep. Okay, good. Guys die fairly easily. Okay. While we're near the wolves. Okay, so we're up to 4. I was able to fire off that shield swipe. Wow. Six. Oh, and by the way, reason why I'm not using, why I'm fighting like this, kind of doing things slow and not using take to heart, is, just trying to advance my my guardian skills so that I could get those free trait points. So, things would die about twice as quickly as if I were fighting a little more efficiently. Okay, so that's all the wolves we needed to defeat for Milo, I believe. So our nearest quest is actually to go back and talk to him. There's no harvest flies here? Okay. Anyway, so it says that's our nearest quest. Let's do it.
Dear me, what do you want?
Very good, Boudreaux. Very good. You've been a tremendous help. There's something queer about these wolves, and I've only begun to fill in the pieces. Okay. So anyway, we get pork sausage. Gift Matham. Yay. 700 rep. So anyway, or the choice between a cloak, 172, almost as good as ours, but no stats. And some more pork sausage. Well, this costs more, so we'll grab
Dear
it.
me, please don't leave yet.
Okay, so we need to talk to your wife again as our next objective. But a few nights ago, we heard a great ruckus. There were wolves fighting amongst themselves out at the old ruins. Nary a hobbit dared stray out of their holes all night. Soon after the racket died down, and a good number of wolves charged through the town, right through the middle of the street, if you believe it, and disappeared off to the west. My wife Linda was caught outside when the wolves came through. None of them so much as looked at her. If you go back to Budgeford and talk to Linda, she might be able to figure out what's going on. The town's just west of here. These wolves have got me worried. Something terrible. Something's likely to get et. Et. I'd hate if they et you. Anyway, now we get the harvest fly. Quest pointer again. Okay, I believe, yeah, there's a fly. Okay, they're kind of rare around here. That shoe's coming after me too. These boots were made for stomping, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna stomp all over Shrew. Okay, so we've got 4 of them, and yeah, we've got a nice little disease. But anyway, quest pointer's pointing towards Linda now.
Dear me, what do you want?
Milo told you about the wolves passing through Budgeford? I thought he might. Well, I was a short way out of town when I saw a huge wolf standing on a hilltop. It seemed to be digging in the soil of the hill with its great paws. Then it leaped down the hill and was gone. I started on my way home as fast as I could, but as I neared the edge of Budgeford, at least a dozen wolves came running right through the middle of town. I thought I was done for, but they just ran on, like I wasn't there at all. I think it might have been something to do with the wolf I saw on the hilltop. It was the Yale Height, I'm sure of it. That's to the southeast of here, way down across Stock Road, not far northeast of Woodhall. The wolf was standing by the 3 pillars atop the hill. You might find something there. Okay, I'll check it out. Okay, so now we need to talk to Cam.
Hello there.
You could hear all the yelping and howling a mile off. Good job. Take this pack of saltpeter I made back to Hyacinth and tell her there's plenty more where that came from. Okay. And Advikar.
Just a moment.
Ha! That's a hobbit-sized cloak, all right. It must have got snagged when he was running away. Don't worry about losing his trail. We'll soon have him.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Never fear, my friend. My hound Veronica will track down that black rider with just a sniff of his cloak. She's the best hunter in the 4 Farthings. Maggie can talk up his grip, fang, and wolf all he likes, but I'll stake Veronica against the pack of them. I'm kind of wondering why I didn't visit you when I was a chicken. Well, I hate to, we already had 5 animals to visit here in the Shire, so I don't know if I wanted to add a 6th, but if you're better than, we should have visited you instead of those other 3, I'm guessing. But anyway, you just follow Veronica where she leads, and you'll see. She'll find that trespasser. Okay, so we'll see if you're as good as your owner says you are. Veronica snuffles at the cloak, sniffs the air for a moment, and then yips excitedly. What's up, girl? This way? Cool. Good girl. Down, Veronica. What's got into you? Were you the Black Rider? Anyway, Veronica runs back to Advikar.
Mercy me!
Yeah, you better say mercy me. It looks like we caught you red-handed, Greta. Anyway, what Black Rider? Me? Absurd. Oh, this black cloak? Yes, I've seen it before. I sewed it. I sewed that cloak for my good-for-nothing nephew, Fogo. Little thanks I got from him, too. If you want to speak with him, he's likely at the Golden Perch and Stock, cadging drinks. I wonder what that cloak was for. He acted so mysterious about it. I'll take it back, thank you very much. And you go have a word with Fogo. Okay. We will. Okay, so anyway, we need to bring our journal leaves back to Willamar, who's right next door.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Marvelous, you found them all. Thank you. Now to see what this means. Goodness, this is interesting and distressing. I'll need a moment more to read this, but it would appear the author of this journal was a man named Callum, and the tale it tells is an astonishing one. As hard as it is to believe, it would seem a distant ancestor of mine slew one of his in a great battle, and, oh dear, he means to revenge himself upon me.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Well, goodness, the author of this journal, Callum, has a dark past. It would seem the death of his ancestor to my ancestor at that great battle was a black mark on his family. They bore that mark for centuries. After a string of bad luck, which Callum blames on this mark, he decided to try and erase it by killing the descendant of the one who killed his ancestor. After years of tracking, he found the Shire and me. The arrowhead that killed his ancestor was the one he shot into my door. Wow, interesting. I think I know where you can find him. He describes where he has set his camp, and it sounds like it's west of here on the far west side of the Frog Moors. You have to stop him. Okay. And just to kind of check, yeah, we're still on all level 10 quests, and I believe they're all local. So let's see. Defeat Harvest Flies is still. But you know what? I'm gonna maybe head over here. That way we could kill some Harvest Flies and search the Yale Hide at the same time. And you know what? I'm tempted, as long as we're doing that, to head on over to Farmer Maggot as well. Not to mention we have a pie quest to do. Okay, yeah. Well, there's the Yale height, because you see the three pillars we're talking about. Let's just kind of take a look here. We still have the Bounder of Great Merit to turn in. We got the pie and, yeah. Well, that's a level 9 quest, so this will definitely be named mostly level 10 quest. So let's pass up the Yale height for now and talk to the Farmer Maggot. Of course, we know Farmer Maggot in his fields from having read Lord of the Rings. Apparently, Pippin and Merry were stealing from his fields, trying to avoid combat for now, but we've actually been to Farmer Maggot's farm as a chicken. So this will be our first time there as a hobbit. Of course, we're very near Buckleberry Ferry, and while we're talking about Buckleberry, boom, there we go. And here is Stock Tower, where we went on a bingo quest. Very near the farm. I'm kind of thinking we took a roundabout way there. We could have cut through his fields, but Farmer Maggot might not have liked that. But anyway, here is Bam Furlong.
I've no chuck with strangers.
Violet Underhill? Yes, indeed. I told that young lady what I'm going to tell you, and what I've told the Bounders days ago, if I had any sense, what I'd have told the Bounders days ago. Some ruffians have come into the Shire not far west of here. Brigands, more than likely. My son Hammy here can tell you more about them, too. We both like to see them gone from the Shire. I told that young lady that their camp was no place for her to be poking her nose, but I guess, from what you say, that she didn't listen. I should have told someone about him, but I figured her to have more hobbit sense.
Oi there, give me a moment.
Anyway, I see it now. That hobbit lass Violet probably went off to see those ruffians on her own. I never thought to warn her properly what might happen. I just figured she'd have the hobbit sense to head back to Stock with the news to Matt Harfoot, and maybe the Bounders could do something about them. The camp of strangers, brigands and thieves most likely, is not far to the west of here. Ford the stream at the head of the waterfall. It's no good waiting for the sheriffs to do something now. You better hurry out there and take a look around. I only hope she's ain't been harmed. Man, I thought you were going to tell me the same thing you told her. You're telling me something different now. I'm confused. Anyway, that was a level 11 quest. So we're going to take it off of our quest list.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
These strangers are a real problem hereabouts. I'm pretty sure they've been stealing food from the local farms, and it's just a matter of time before they cause trouble worse than that. The girl Violet probably went that way and found trouble, so I think you should deal with those ruffians. Maybe they'll take the hint and move back to wherever it is they came from. The ruffians, brigands likely as not, are camped not far west of here. Their camp is on the heights of the Narrow Cleave, south past the waterfall. It looks dangerous, but you can ford the stream just before the cascade down goes over the cliff. Okay? And so we'll accept that. That's a level 10 quest. So, what to do? I'm kind of thinking, okay. See, I'm kind of looking here. Defeat brigands is a level 10. We can do that there. Just take this off for now. We'll leave that. Golden perch, we'll add that. Talk to Callum, we'll just take that off for now. Let's see, trouble with harvest flies, wolves in the fields, we'll take that off. And Violet in peril. So I think 3 of these we can take care of. Yeast. So one of them's level 11, but yeast, Violet, and brigands. We can all do it one time. So 2 level 10s and 1 level 11. So let's kind of head that way. And we'll cut through his fields this time. Okay, so we'll end up crossing the stream and then recrossing it at the other side of the waterfall. And Yale Height is to our east, and we'll go up there on the way back. And indeed, I've put the Harvest Fly and the Yale Height quest next because these will be the next 5 quests that we do. As far as turning them in, that might be in a different order, but here are the waterfalls we were talking about. Okay, cross them. Okay, we find some brigands, so let's go get to killing. Okay, so that gives us a deed for killing brigands, which adds to our Slayer meta deed. So we've got to kill 30 of them, and then we get our advanced one to kill 60, I believe. 5 LOTRO points, Bounder's Friend as a title, and 500 reputation. And if we do overkill on these and kill more than 12, that's fine because we do have our Slayer deed. So, you know, I'm not necessarily going to go out of my way to kill him, but I'm not going to avoid him either. So we'll definitely kill more than 12 by the time we finish with these objectives. And you know what? I think we're going to end up being back here anyway. If I were smart, I would have waited because I think we have to come back here on the firework quest. But that'll give us an excuse to kill some more for the Slayer deed anyway, so not a huge deal. And we find ourselves meeting quite a few of these at once. Again, no big deal. We should be able to handle this. We are not a very squishy class, that's for sure. Okay, so we've killed 8, so, you know, we're not even really in here yet. Not even bothering to kind of heal up. And we're still going 3-on-1. Okay, so we're up to what, 11, but let's heal up a little bit. I don't want to go crazy on this. And yes, there's a quest ring behind us. That's Violet. But we need to grab the yeast, I believe. So we got to go a bit further in. Okay, so we've killed our 12, so we completed that one, but we have to kill a little bit more to get to the yeast. We see something magical and over there, and that would be our yeast, actually. And there our bow and arrow came in handy. And the boss isn't much of a boss. He's not any harder or easier to kill than the rest of the brigands, to tell you the truth. But that allows us to grab our yeast. Okay, so we've completed that objective for that quest, and so let's go, unless any brigands have repopped on their way to Violet, let's go talk to Violet. There's one, but I think we passed them up on the way to get there anyway. They're kind of out of the way. Okay, so here's Violet.
Oh, gracious me.
Why, you filthy... Oh, you're not one of those ruffians. Thank you for rescuing me. Please help me get out of here. I had more than enough of this brigand hospitality. Thanks for freeing me. Now I'm getting out of here. Please help me escape. And so I shall. Okay, so we see, yeah, her vitals up underneath us. So if she dies, we fail the quest. But that ain't gonna happen. For one thing, we're a guardian, and we're gonna be able to grab the aggro of all these mobs. So she'll be adding on very weakly to the damage, but don't want to go too far out of the way since our job is to protect her, and I believe we failed on protecting somebody earlier just because I was trying to do 2 of these quests at once. Like that worked well. Not. Now, why is there bagpipe music here? I just kind of wondered. Okay, so that should be all the fighting we have to do for Violet. Follow her a bit further. She'll let us know that we successfully completed this objective. Thanks. I think I can get back on my own now. Please tell Matt that I'm all right. And so we shall. Okay, so let's talk to Hammy before we start killing harvest flies and finding that collar. So we can at least turn that quest in, and that that should be our last time to Bamfurlong, at least until we get to Buckland. Somebody's going to have a quest that'll send us back to Bamfurlong, but that'll actually be our last Shire quest. And I'll probably make it its own separate file because we'll have started in on some Breland quests by the time we do that one, just because it works out better that way.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Rousting Ruffians. I wish the Bounders had more hobbits. This sort of thing wouldn't happen if the Shire was guarded better in the first place. Well, no matter here. Take these coins for your trouble. Okay, so we get some more Athlos essences, so we're up to 8. It seems like they're harder to get as rewards these days. I don't know why. We get a little bit of food. Whatever. And a gift matham. And matter of fact, we might even have a few mathams here. I only really see one, to tell you the truth. But that actually kicked up our rep levels. So let's take a look at it. We are now known to the Matham House. That's our new title. We have 5 LOTRO points. We completed the deed known to the Matham Society, which gave us that title and our 5 LOTRO points. Our new deed is to become a friend to the Matham Society. We'll get 10 LOTRO points, and we'll get, I believe it's like a 5% discount or something like that. Does it say? 10%. Oh, see, I'm even short in selling myself. It's a 10% discount at all vendors in the Shire. And we'll get a title called Matham Seeker. And that just tells us that our reputation changed from neutral to acquaintance. And friend will be our next one, then ally, then kindred is the max reputation. So that's only our first reputation increase.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Anyway, I wish the Bounder... I thought we'd already gotten this stuff. Maybe we didn't finish it, but anyway, we have another gift matham. Okay. Was that for another quest, or I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, I probably just didn't. Whatever. Anyway, that other quest is like a level 14 or something, maybe even a level 15 quest. So yeah, we'll just do it when we're doing Breland quests. From Kelladine Brandybuck, I believe. That's the quest giver. Okay, so here's the okay, so we now defeated 5 harvest flies. Six. Seven. 8. Okay. And kind of maybe climb down here. See where we're being attacked from. Nine. And 10. So, let's see. We only have 4 level 10 quests up here. Let's see. Bounder, Fate of the Black Rider. Yeah, let's put that up there. Okay, apparently that poison was really bad. Ooh. How long we've been at it? 54 minutes. Okay. Anyway, we have 2 quest rings. I guess one is to turn in the yeast, and the other is to talk to Matt
Good day.
about Violet. Oh, I'm so happy Violet is safe. I never would have sent her down to the marsh if I thought she'd go off on her own like that to face those ruffians. Well, it's thanks to your bravery that she's been freed and with no harm to her. Please accept this small reward for your great deed. Thank you very much. Food, we need kind of a couple of celebrant sows to match those athletes essences we got earlier, plus a gift matham. I'll never say no to those mathams. Okay. Alright, so let's talk to Gundrick Grubb and Fogo Falad. So yes.
Oh, mercy me!
Oh well, I guess you found out my little secret. Well, we thought it would be so much fun. See, I met this fellow up a few days ago while I was drinking. Called himself the Chief, did he? He said he was an old friend of Odo's, wanted to play a little joke on him. Told me to get a black cloak and gave me some money to haunt Advikar's farm by night. Well now, surely you don't think I meant any harm. I never. That chief fellow, I haven't seen him since, come to think of it. At least I got some spare money for beer out of it. Oh yes, I promise not to do it again. Those wolves almost got me. I won't be running around anymore at night, that's for sure. Okay, well. And
Good day.
that's the yeast. It's not gone bad either. Good job. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so we have a gift matham. And let's see, we got a whole bunch of junk.
Can I help you find something, friend? What can I do for you this fine day?
Time for a sell-off anyway and a repair. Okay. Okay, so the next 3 quests over here, which are completed, ready to be turned in, I believe. They're all over in Budgeford. So let's bring up our quest list. That brings us to Mickle Delving, so no. Hobbiton, yeah, maybe in a second. No. Talk to Callum, we could add that. Wolves in the field, not yet. So anyway, we'll go ahead and add talk to Robin. And you know what? Car. I'll take that off just for the moment because I want to go ahead and add the spoiled pie quest. We'll do that right now. Okay, so anyway, this will bypass us going to Budgeford, but we'll find our way back easily enough. So anyway, I like to go out the back entrance there. If you notice on the south entrance, there's definitely a hobbit waiting there. And I believe this here is a nosy hobbit. We're about to find out. Well, we didn't get stopped, so it must have been a nosy hobbit. I believe there is a white, I think, yeah, that's a hungry hobbit there, so let's keep a wide berth. I think it's safe to maybe head through this field back to the road. As long as we don't take a too acute an angle. I do see a white dot to our left. And hopefully this time I remember to take that hill before we get to Bywater. Yeah, I've got a second monitor over there. I was kind of checking out how the recording's going. It used to be a stream, but I found out I can just, my videos seem to be the highest quality I can get them when I just record them and upload them. And it's really not that much more trouble to upload a video. than it is to stream it, to tell you the truth. Maybe a little bit more involved, but nah, whatever. Okay, so we're knocking out these level 10 quests here. In fact, there's not going to be too much left here in the Shire when we do, at least as far as quests go. We're going to have a little bit of exploring to do, and we'll finish out the mail delivery and pie quests and get those turned in. And let's not get too close to that white dot over there. That's probably a nosy one. Yep. Yeah, and then the Slayer deeds. I'll definitely maybe make a stop by a Vault Master to pick up like a 30-minute Slayer deed scroll. And we'll save the 90-minute scroll for Breland. Kind of like to use those in the Barrow Downs for those Slayer deeds. Those are a little bit more involved than the Slayer deeds here in the Shire or in Ered Luin. And yes, these Slayer deeds are going to take longer since we're going to be doing them on level. Or, you know, mostly on level. Like the wolf deed. If we choose to kill the wolves over here by you know, up ahead, I guess, at the farm up here or in the wolf's den, those will be lower level than those in the Eastern Shire. So, you know, we could make it easier, but I'll probably kill the more difficult ones. Anyway, we've delivered that pie, and one of the reasons why I came here when I put this quest up is that we could talk to the sheriff.
Hello there.
Otho Broadbelt was right to be concerned. I already had reports of dangerous spiders seen in Binbole Wood, north and northwest of Overhill. I think I'm going to send you to look into this problem. Well, thank you. Try and kill as many of the spiders as you can, but also explore the north end of the woods and see if you can find their nest. Folks say they are monstrously large spiders, so I'd be careful if I were you. Okay, so that was level 10, I believe. Yes, okay. Let's see, can we add one? Do that now maybe, or we could do Bounder of Great Merit, and then yeah, we'll do that. So let's use our milestone. I'll make sure there aren't any more quests to be done here in the Mickle Delving. So Bounder of Great Merit. Okay, that's it. Okay. I thought that was all we had. Just wanted to make sure. Kind of looking empty on the inventory, which is good. Let's see, what's that? That's directions to Hengstacer Farm. Okay. Which is a Bree thing. We haven't gone to Bree yet. So all right. Hold on. What was I? No, come on, really? Yeah, so many of these are going to Brombard, so I'm not used to going to Town Hall. Boo! Alright, so let's go to Town Hall, where we're supposed to go, because we're talking to Second Sheriff Odo Bunce, yeah.
Hello.
So this is our reward for doing the meta deed for all the questing we did here in the Shire. I've heard all the good you've done, Boudreaux. You're truly an excellent bounder and deserve the thanks of all Shire folk. We don't go in for uniforms, but I must say that you've earned another feather in your cap. Take it with my thanks. And so, almost as good as the best one we could craft. So yeah, that's a pretty decent reward, but we're just going to sell it. And we'll use the Matham. Thank you. And with that, we were awarded our title, Honorary Sheriff. But I'm still more proud of Wing Under the Mountain. So with that done, okay. No, it doesn't matter what we add on right now, I don't think. We're going to head to Tuckborough. We can take this way, I believe. Okay, so we need to bring our saltpeter to Hyacinth. I'm trying to remember where she sends us next. I think it's up in Overhill. And we kind of need to head towards Overhill anyway, so... for the spider quest that we just got sent on. And I think this will be level 10 as well. Thinking the next quest she gives us. It's quite a long quest string. And a lot of traveling back and forth involved on this one, but we may end up doing a lot of this, and who knows, I may even cut this off and make a part 3 on the level 10 quest. There's a lot of them to do, so.
What do you need?
Phew, the smell I could do without, but it's the cost of saltpeter I'm afraid of. Well, this'll do.
Might I have a word with you?
You might. Anyway, we got your gauntlets. Worth selling. And a gift Matham. You really shouldn't have let Cam bully you into hunting those wolves for him. That's work for the sheriffs. Well, thank you for the saltpeter. Well, I am a sheriff now, at least an honorary one. Now I need some charcoal. Please go to Overhill and talk to Hole Hartman. He and some other woodcutters gather timber from Binbol Wood and sometimes cook charcoal for sale. You can find him at his home in the center of Overhill. Mind you, don't let him bully you like Cam did. Okay, well. Okay, and that's a level 9. So, yeah, okay. So we've got that as well as some spider quest. So, yeah, we're good. Now, the nearest quest is actually to talk to Callum. Interesting. But I'm not going to go there. Okay, we'll just go to Overhill. It's a bit of a horse ride. You know, I think I don't know if I really like the way that these stable masters are placed in the Shire. I think that you know, if they had one in a few more towns, they would be a lot more. I mean, it'd be a lot easier for us, you know, because it just seems like. You know, we could be using the service a lot more, but just because of the bad placement of them, we don't use them as much as we perhaps should. So anyway, this ends up being a longer ride than perhaps it was. If there was a stable master in Tuckborough, why isn't there a stable master in Tuckborough? It's big enough for one. Maybe I could see why Overhill doesn't have one, but Tuckborough. How about one to the party tree? But, you know, it's just me complaining because I got to hoof it the long way. What evs? Okay, so. Hart Holman.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Charcoal, is it? Yes, we do have some for sale. I'd be happy to prepare a parcel for young Hyacinth, but there's one thing you can do for me first. Ah, yes. Well, how was it supposed to let you bully me into doing something? I want you to give me that charcoal right now.
Good day.
Or
Might I have a word
I'll
with
hunt
you?
a big black bear for you. Anyway, this is my problem. There's a lot of bears in the North Woods. Usually I have no trouble with them. You just stay out of their way and they'll stay out of yours, so to speak. But I have a big wood pile I've spent some time gathering, and it's really and a really big black bear has decided it's the perfect place for him and his kind to live. The big black bear is very dangerous, and I can't get near my wood pile anymore. And if you can help me out by getting rid of it so I can get at my wood, I'd be happy to make up a parcel of charcoal for your friend Hyacinth. My wood pile is almost due north of here, past the wall and a small logging camp. You'll probably find the black bear right there on top of it. Okay. Well, okay, we'll help you out. Okay, so anyway, yeah, there's no quest pointer because I think we're in spider territory, but we'll go ahead and do the black bear one first. He says almost due north, so we'll start heading that way. And in fact, I think when we went to do the slingshot quest, we saw the black bear. I didn't point him out, but I do remember seeing him. And about here is the area where he is. So, right by this waterfall. We look around. There he is. Okay. So, we'll get ready for some combat. What time it is? Yes, I can use that... what is it? The shield sweeping cut? Yes. It should have reset by now. Okay, so with that done, let's not turn that back. Actually, it's pointing us back towards the spiders, which I think we need to kind of follow the south of the hill anyway to be able to get there. Okay, so it won't be a problem finding spiders, but I want to kind of head towards where the nest is, so we can get that objective done, and then we can just kill 6 spiders and head on back to, well, Heart, and I guess turn that in. Yes, we do need to go back to Heart for that. Closer to the heart. Sorry, Rush fan. Okay, so this is the source of the spiders in the bin bowl wood. So, anyway, let's kill some spiders. 6 of them I believe we need. Okay, so we're poisoned by that, and we have a new deed. Spider Slayer. We need to slay 20 of them. Okay, 5 LOTRO points, Spider Sting as a title, and 500 reps. So we picked up another Slayer deed. We were kind of light on them until this video, but now we've kind of picked up a few of them. I think we've got one more at least to pick up. That would be orcs, or is it goblins? I think it's goblins. Anyway, we have, what, 3 more spiders for this quest. I predict that there'll be more spiders in our future at level 10. So anyway, it's okay, we're going to kind of head southeast back towards town. We should run into some spiders along the way. Like this one. Spiders, where'd you go? Are you a spider? You're not a spider. I need a spider. Okay, let's head back to where the spiders are. It says we're still in spider territory. Okay, well there's one. Okay. So that's all the spiders we need. Let's head back to Heart. Closer to the heart. Closer to the heart. I know, that was bad. So there's Indians around with all the drums beating. Oh, it stopped. Okay. So here's Heart. Have a heart.
How do you do?
You killed him? I don't generally hold with hunting our local bears just to be rid of them, but that big black bear was dangerous, let me tell you. Here, take this parcel of charcoal back to young Hyacinth, with my courtesy and respect. And so we shall. Just to kind of take a look at our quest tracker. Alright, we're looking good. So anyway, our next quest is to talk to the sheriff. Okay, we don't have any Mathoms in there, so we'll do a sell-off and a repair. We could also do that at the bartender over by Robin, but I just knew that we were by the Gamma, and I always try and do a sell-off when we're there. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to be talking to her shortly anyway. So I think Robin's going to send us back to her to continue working on the spider infestation. So while we're up here in Overhill working on level 10 quests, I believe this will probably also be a level 10 quest. Of course, we could also talk to Hyacinth. You know what? I'm just going to continue. Yeah, we'll do both. I'll talk to Robin, and then we'll head towards Hyacinth. So it's a part of the back and forth that's that firework quest for Lobelia.
Good day.
Good job. Now all we have to do is find a way to get past the webs tangling up the spider nest.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Now we have to find a way through the webs that are blocking the spider nest you found. Those webs are too tough and sticky to cut through, and we can't burn them without setting the whole wood afire. Fortunately, I think I know who can help us. Gamma Boffin up in Overhill is a wise old lady who knows all kinds of things about herbs and such. I think she'll be able to brew up something to help us deal with those webs. Her home is in the middle of Overhill. Perhaps with old Gammer's help, we'll be able to deal with the spider nest in the woods. Perhaps. Okay. So that was level 10, was it? Or was it a level 11? Yeah, okay, they're all there. Okay. Level 10. Alright, so let's head to Tuckborough. And then probably we'll have that long ride from Tuckborough back to Overhill. Or I just might use our milestone and head on up to Needlehole first, because if I'm not wrong, Hyacinth is going to send us there for the third part, the third ingredient that she needs for these fireworks.
Hello.
Ah, this will do nicely. I hope Old Heart didn't give you a difficult time. Well, now, we should be on about our next bit of business.
Please stay a moment.
And before I forget, let's go ahead and use that gift, Madam. You're too willing, Boudreaux. First wolves, and now a bear? You should be more firm with these folks and make them take care of their own problems for once. Alright, now last but not least, I'll need some brimstone and iron filings. You can't find brimstone around here, so I always go to the dwarves for that stuff. They can also provide the filings cheaper than any of the local smiths, so we'll take care of two problems at once this time. Please head over to Needlehole and talk with the dwarf merchant Onar. I've dealt with him in the past, and I imagine he'll be able to give us what we need. I've dealt with him as well. Nice guy. For a dwarf. Okay, so let's do what I planned on. We're gonna, that is a level 9 quest. I noticed by it being blue. So we're gonna head on over to the milestone and straight north. To Needlehole. I know a lot of you are going to say, well, you could have taken the stable master there from Hobbiton, and I could have. I think this is probably quicker. Again, it's a problem with the location of these stables. I mean, I would love to be able to take that, but I think you cut off a good bit of distance here and probably make it shorter by going this way. And, you know, part of it is you know, I'm taking advantage of the fact that I have bought the, I'm pretty sure, in fact, I know almost for a fact that it was less than an hour since we used it before, so buying those skills definitely helped in that case. And as we get more travel skills, it'll be, particularly during festival time, I like to use them a lot. Get one for Bree, one for Thorn's Gate, and one here for the Shire. And all the festivals have, each starter region has something to do with each of the festivals. So. Okay, so I wonder what Onar's going to have us do for the stuff that he's going to give us. And we have Ian Grimm, the undefeated.
What do you need?
Congratulations on being undefeated. Oh, I didn't want that. Let's see. Oh, Onar. Okay. There's Onar. Oh, okay. Actually, we haven't dealt with Onar. I was thinking of Ulfar. All right.
Well met.
So, little Hyacinth wants more makings for her pretty lights. Wants to be a wizard, does she? Well, it just so happens I have some brimstone and filings to sell, at a very reasonable price too, I might add. Tell all your friends, very easy terms. What? Don't just stand there like a ninny with your mouth open like that. Were you thinking I was going to send you on a quest or something for such simple things? Here, take these parcels, and good day to you. Well, he doesn't have anything for me to do. So, now it would be cool to actually take the milestone back, but again, we're waiting on the on that. So anyway, we're near Overhill, so we can talk to the Gammer. Continuation of the Spider quest line. So let's head on over there. And you notice, you know, all throughout all these Shire quests, I haven't changed my milestone. Well, truth is, I mean, you know, you're going from town to town to town to town to town, mainly on a lot of these quest things. So you just, you know, set a point, you know. And, you know, I could just as easily set it for Hobbiton. And, you know, I've considered that, but, you know, so many of these pie quests will bring you to Hobbiton. So what I'll do is if I need to go to Hobbiton, I'll just take a pie there, you know. So, I don't know. Just the way I do it.
Good day.
Oh, what's that? Speak up. Speak up. Oh, spider webs, is it? My dear. Such a nuisance they are, sticking to everything you try and get rid of them with. But old Gammer has the answer, my dear. I'll need a half a dozen drams of slug slime first, though, and I'll fix you right up. Slugs? Well, look in the bog if you want, dear. Rushock Bog, you know. It's to the west of Overhill. You can't miss it. When you have enough slime, bring it back to me, and old Gammer will take care of everything else. Okay? And I was actually wrong. I think we need to pick up actually two more Slayer deeds, because I don't think we've killed any slugs yet. And that can actually be a little bit annoying if somebody else is killing slugs as well, and they don't want to party up with you, because there's really not that many slugs to go around. It could take a while to do. In fact, I always try and when I craft my my potion for the Slayer deeds, do this one first. Because unlike the other ones, slugs can be a little bit tough to find. Even if you're the only one in the swamp killing them. So anyway, since they're not aggros, I have to kind of most of you will tab your way through it. I backspace since I kind of changed those keys, but and the annoying thing they do, you notice we're moving very slowly, they kind of put out a slime that really slows you down. However, it doesn't last too long. Or it doesn't go too far, let's put it that way. Anyway, our Slayer deed is to defeat 20 and then 40 when we get to when we complete this, when we get to 40 for the advanced deed. 5 LOTRO points. Slug Swasher is our title, and 500 rep. Okay, so we got 5 more to go for this quest. Okay. That noise sounded like a fart. That last noise there. I don't know what that was. Well, we're having no problem finding slugs now. Of course, it would make a liar out of me, right? Anyway, 2 more to go. Okay, apparently the swarm's after me, so. And there's our last slug. See, unlike the toads, all these slugs apparently do have the slime on them. Even if they do use their slime. Okay, so. Oh, that's interesting. Apparently the horses don't have problems with the slime. But you do if you try and walk. Wow. I think that's the first time I've ever attempted to get away from slime on horseback, so, weird. Sorry, My lips all parched. I'm kind of chewing at the skin, dried skin coming off or whatever. I know. TMI. About an hour and a half, huh? At some point we might want to just cut this off and do a part 3 video, just so we don't make the video too long. Wow, cool, another player. Okay.
Hello there.
Nasty stuff, isn't it? But that's what we'll get used to that's what we'll get used. But that's what we'll use to get through these webs. It'll take me but a moment to mix this up for you. Okay, thank you. I'll learn how to speak. I need to select either the drafts, and they're cheap, and you know what I think of potions. So we'll take the shoulders. They're more expensive, slightly, still under a silver. And yeah, I have to choose them as I was told twice to do. Yes, you may take a moment of my time. I'm sorry I was speaking over you. Well, actually, no, it was you that interrupted you. How rude are you? Oh, sorry. There we go, my dear. This draft should get you through those spider webs, but you must hurry. It dries out quickly. Oh, there's one more thing. I've heard nursery stories about a walking tree in Binbol Wood, like them in the old forest. I might be asleep, if it is even there at all. And it might be asleep if it is there even at all, and it might be dangerous to things on 2 legs, like they say the old forest is. But I doubt it will take kindly to those nasty spiders either. Now off with you before this draft dries, or you'll never get through those webs. Okay, so we need to get past the webs in Lob's Grove. Okay, and it doesn't have a timer, so even though she says hurry, we can take our time, but it is the nearest quest to do, and it seems like the most logical one to do next, so we shall. Okay, so here's Lob's Grove. Let's see. Let's kind of take a look at my class deeds here. Okay. Sweep and cut. How many more we got? Oh, we've only barely started, so. Okay, there's a cocoon over there. First, okay, so here's what they made that thing for, and it did cut right through there. So we made it through the thick webs. I made an executive decision. I'm going to go ahead and cut this particular video off after this quest. I'll take a little bit of a break, grab something to eat, and then I'll go ahead and start my next video to complete these level 10 quests here in the Shire. So we'll make a part 3. In the meantime, let's see. What do? We've been awarded 5 LOTRO points for something. But since we have a spider to defeat first, let's go ahead and defeat it, and then we'll figure out the other things that we did. We may have killed enough spiders, so let's see. Spider Slayer Advanced, we've been awarded. So anyway, we'll get 10 LOTRO points, 30 marks, and yes, we need marks. We have only 30 right now, I believe. Yes. 2,000 virtue experience and 700 reputation with the Matham Society. So anyway, let's see. Been awarded the title Spider Sting. Come on. And we've completed the spires. Yeah, anyway, we already know that. So here is Lob, I believe. Or I don't know. Is that his name? Is that what they call it, Lob's Grove? Maybe I'm assuming some things. I don't know. Anyway, the walking tree shudders when you touch it. Tiny spiders are crawling all over it, their webs veiling its bark. It looks like the walking tree is in some distress. The tree shudders, attempting to tear itself loose from the webs that bind it. Perhaps there is a way you could help it clear the webs away. Okay, so we need to free the walking tree. We'll get a Matham. Our choice between gloves, 166 more expensive, about as good as our current dagger. We'll keep the dagger though, or a crappy shield, 154. Most expensive is the axe. We'll take it when we get it. Anyway, we've accepted the quest, and we talked to the tree. Tree rips itself from its remaining bonds. Alerted by the commotion, more spiders appear from the nearby foliage. Okay, so we need to defend the tree from these spiders. There's a couple here. Looks like. No, not you. You. Combat to start this one. Can't even really see when I'm fighting, and I'm not a. You guys know I'm not really big on changing camera angles, even during combat. I keep an eye on this stuff up here, and of course we got to keep an eye on the tree. His hit points doing okay, but if he dies, we fail the quest. Let's not get too far in front of him. Come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, he may well not be called Lob because it doesn't mention anything in there. It just calls him walking tree here. So. Anyway, he apparently is able to bring down these webs on the return trip. Oh, sorry. Took an extra swipe after the battle was done. Looked like. Weird. Oh yeah, it's gone on probably 15 minutes longer than I wanted it to, so I'm trying for the most part for hour and a half videos, give or take. Again, the tree gave an extra hit there, so anyway, I wonder why I was waiting. Anyway, the walking tree has escaped from Lob's Grove. So I guess the tree isn't named Lob. I don't know why I even thought that. So anyway, it is, let's go ahead and turn it in. And then after turning it in, we'll go ahead and call it a video. And of course, there's no pie to take to Hobbiton this time, so you know my plan of setting the. Now it comes in handy. Like I think there's 1 or 2 times from Brockenborings that you have to go back to Mickle Delving, and that makes it really handy. Then I usually just on the way back I take take the stable master from Mickeldelving to Hobbiton and Hobbiton to Brockenbournes. Just to kind of make the beeline, we pass by Bag End and the party tree. One of the advantages to being a hunter, that campsite fire back there, you can set it as a place to, for during the festival to easily get back to the party tree, which is seems to be a big place for most of your festivals. Superhero, was that the name of that character? Oh, Shield Hero. Okay. No. I think that's one that I saw running by me earlier in Overhill, if I wasn't wrong.
Hello there.
Quite a tale you tell. Sounds like more than one of those stories about the old forest. Quite a tale you tell. Sounds more like one of those stories about the old forest than something we'd find in the West Farthing. I think we'll need to be wary of stray spiders in the area for quite some time, but it sounds like you've taken care of the worst of them. Though you needn't have made up for all that about the walking tree. Well done anyhow. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to grab the axe, weren't we? Let's... Sorry, I'm hitting the wrong key. We have that and the rest of it's junk.
I'm pleased to be of service.
I'm glad you are. Thank you. Okay, so now seems like a good time to end the video. Let's see. Let's just take a look here. So that's the last of our level 9 and 10 quests for now, and probably actually, except for the continuation quests, yeah, that might be it for good. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.